Once in the days of old there lived a sad and lonely creature named Pawa. In all the ocean he could not find a friend. There were so few like him, for they had no means of protecting themselves from hungry fish, and because they moved so slowly, they had trouble finding one another in the myriad crevices and hiding places in the rocks. So Pawa huddled under the seaweed, thinking sad thoughts and aching with loneliness.
Suddenly, a great surge of water plucked away his cover of weed. The sand swirled and danced about him, stinging his eyes and filling his mouth. As he wept and spluttered and spat out the sand, he heard a great voice saying, "Pawa, why are you so sad?" Pawa's eyes were so gritty and blurred that he could not see, but he recognized immediately the booming voice of Tangaroa, god of the sea.
"Oh, Tangaroa," he cried, "I'm so lonely. Snapper taunts me with his bright blue spots on his pretty pink skin as he flashes past, and Stingray glides gracefully overhead, crossing in but a moment the distance I could not hope to travel in a day."
Seaweed bends and sways with the current, caressing the rocks and clothing them with all manner of wonderful shapes. Kena boasts of sharp spikes and adorns himself with pretty beads and pebbles and shells. Other creatures flaunt their delicate, intricate shells and laugh at my thick, black, rubbery lips. I'm so ugly, so slow, so defenseless, and Pawa cried.
Tangaroa thought for a moment. Here was a steadfast, tenacious little creature who deserved something special, something just for him. So he said to Pawa, "I will take the coolest blues from my domain and ask of my brother Tāne some of the freshest greens of the forest.
From the dawn you shall have a tinge of violet, and from the sunset a blush of pink.
And over all a shimmer of mother of pearl and the most intricate patterns as fine as the finest nautilus shell." As he fashioned for Pawa a wonderful coat that sparkled and dazzled with its beauty. Indeed, it was so beautiful that all the creatures of the sea came to gaze upon his new being that sparkled in their midst.
Curious and more than a little envious, they each poked and prodded and rubbed and bumped and scraped and scratched until Pawa's new coat lay in pieces about him. Then they scuttled away and left him alone once more.
When Tangaroa saw what they had done again, he took the coolest blues of the ocean, the freshest greens of the forest, a tinge of violet from dawn, a blush of pink from the sunset, and over all a shimmer of mother of pearl and the most intricate patterns as fine as the finest nautilus shell. But this time he added layer upon delicate layer, each a different hue and blend.
The wonderful coat was now so hard and strong that the other creatures could not break it. They became even more envious of Pawa and sought him out, just to tease and ridicule him. He was not hard to find with his bright new coat, and they made his life utterly miserable. Yet once more, Tangaroa heard him crying. "I love this beautiful coat," Pawa sobbed, "but the other creatures despise me and are so jealous of me. I long for peace and quiet, but I can't even hide from them now. I'm so conspicuous."
Tangaroa was angry with all of those who had made Pawa so miserable, and he said, "From the rocks I take a drabness that you may be as one of them, and to you and only you I give you the coolest blues of the ocean, the freshest greens of the forest, a tinge of violet from dawn, a blush of pink from the sunset, and over all a shimmer of mother of pearl, and it will be your life's work to add layer upon delicate layer, the most intricate patterns as fine as the finest nautilus shell, each a different hue and blend."
And so it was that Pawa got his beautiful shell. He hugs the secret of its beauty to himself, and only at the end of his life, when his empty shell washes ashore, is his artistry revealed, each layer a unique, multicoloured masterpiece.
Shine bright like a Pawa. Find colour in the beautiful sea. I choose to be me. Me, myself and I. I'm a power shining bright. I'm a beauty, can't you see? Shining from within me. Tangaroas gift, I'm alive. I'm a power shining bright. Shine bright like a power. Shine bright like a power. Shine bright like a power.